Hello, beautiful Earth Angels. Welcome to this testimonial interview with beautiful Bridget, all about healing restless leg syndrome. And it's such a pleasure and an honor to be here with Bridget. My name is Jill Kempner, angel coach and author of my debut book, Receiving from Your Angels: 4 Practices to Heal Your Pain with Angel Love, and the founder of Angel Reiki. Today, we're doing a short testimonial interview about Bridget's healing of restless leg. And Bridget here is here sharing her beautiful experience, sharing from her heart the positive benefits and results that she received from doing some angel healing sessions with me around this very specific, like targeted, focused issue of restless leg syndrome. And Bridget is just a wonderful, beautiful light in this world. She's a personal assistant, and she has so many healing qualities that are part of her. And I'm just grateful to and honored to have this short conversation with Bridget, and for her to share some of the positive benefits and results she received from working with me. And so, Bridget, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. So we're going to dive right in because we want to make this short and sweet. How long had you been experiencing restless leg syndrome, and what were some of the difficulties that this issue presented for you? So giving the viewers and the listeners a little history.
This is looking back, I'm pretty sure this has been something I've suffered my whole life. It's genetic. My dad had it as well. Um, I got treatment when I was falling asleep standing up at work. I worked for a veterinarian hospital. And yeah, I got a sleep study, and from there was put on medications, which very much helped. Um, so I'm grateful for that. Um, they they made me tired, so I would put off taking them till later in the evening because I didn't want to go to bed. Um, but they did help a lot.
Sure. And how long, so thinking about, how many decades were you experiencing, like what were some of the challenges of the restless leg syndrome, and how long had you been experiencing it before we started working together?
Well, my whole life pretty much, I've been exhausted, and I could barely stay awake in high school. Um, just I complained to my doctor about being tired, and they didn't really have any answers. Um, when I got the sleep study and diagnosed, I was amazed at, because I wasn't sleeping, I was waking up. She said I woke up like 70 times, and I'm like, in one night, and she goes, no, an hour. So I was exhausted. I was living life um in a fog.
Mm.
And and then taking the medicine made me tired, so I would have to balance if I'm going out with friends or to dinner or to a play, especially to my nephew's a teacher. He teaches theater, and they turn the lights down, and all of a sudden I'm either falling asleep because it, it, I'm exhausted from the medicine, or I can't sit still because I haven't taken the medicine. So there is a very balance, and that's how we met. Well, how we found out I was having a problem and that you could help me is when I took one of your classes. We did a meditation, and I had not taken my medicine, and I was jumping all over the place. And you, after the class, and we talked a little, you asked me what was going on, and I told you about restless leg. And then you're like, oh, I can help you, the angels can help you. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Took me you the invitation sat for like a year, because I wasn't sure if it would work.
Yeah,
So
that was what we talked about that after the
yeah,
angel, like we can work on this. I'm like, we can heal this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that fear that you had?
Um, I didn't want to let you down. Um, and I kind of, if it didn't work, then I, what else was there, you
Oh,
know? And
yeah.
so, so yeah.
Thank you. And now I remember what you were talking about. So thank you. We were chatting beforehand. So thank you, angels. Yeah, we've known each other since 2017, 2018. We met at
Somewhere
Infinity
around there.
Foundation. You were volunteering there. I was teaching there. And then there was many classes that you attended and were part of. But that last one that I was there, and I forgot how long of a span of time it was before you committed to the angel.
Oh yeah.
So
I
let's
don't do
talk about
anything
that.
quickly.
What were some of the what were some of the results, two or three results, three or four results that you received from the angel healing that we did together to really what we worked with was um, uh, reducing the frequency, the duration, and the intensity of the
Yes.
maybe attacks we could call it or flare ups.
Yeah. Um, the frustrating thing about restless leg is that it 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 comes to you, it bothers you when you're trying to relax.
Mm.
After you have dinner, you want to sit with your husband and watch a little TV, whatever. And that's when I'd be like, I can't sit here. I got to get up and do something. Um, Long car rides could be torture. There was times when I had an hour commute years ago, both ways. Even though I was working for the vet and on my feet 9 hours a day, I would sit in my car, and the minute I sat down, my legs would bother me. And I remember one time I pulled over into a parking lot and had to get out of the car to walk. I was almost in tears because it was so, it's not painful, but it's painful. Unless you suffer from it, it's very, very difficult to
Yes.
explain it.
Yes, it's
Um,
disruptive. It's disruptive. It's
right.
dysregulating.
Yeah. And especially since it's when you're trying to relax.
Yes.
And so that's very distressing
Yes.
because you can't relax. And so it started happening earlier and earlier. It gets worse and worse as you get older, and the medicine is not as effective the
Yes.
longer you're on it. Um,
Sure.
I have family members who suffer terribly from it, who I'm going to send to you. um, because
Exactly.
yes, exactly. Because I
I
mean,
so tell me some of the results that you've received from the angel healing sessions that we did. And, I want to say this too, to add this, one of the things that we do with the work with the angels, it's not only the energy work, but part of the energy work is understanding the layers and the deeper meaning, right? That is connected with that physical issue in the tissue. And a lot of healing you don't have to give all the details, but just give some the viewers and the listeners, some of the tangible results that you received from our time together, our work together.
oh, it's amazing. I can have a full day and sit down in the evening and relax. Um, a lot of times it would hit me after I had a busy day and I'm exhausted
Mm.
and I just want to sit. And the it took 2 hours for the medicine to kick in. So if I sat down and hadn't taken my medicine because I didn't want to be tired in 2 hours, it would I'd have to get up, and there was no relaxing.
Yes.
And it's, yeah, like I
Now,
said, yeah. Oh, now I can be on my feet all day, and then I can sit down, I can relax. My husband and I eat late at night because he works late, and I can sit and enjoy dinner, and then we can talk after dinner, and I don't have to jump up and run and do stuff, run around and do stuff. Um, the the kind of worst thing is that I keep forgetting to take my medicine because I feel so good. But even if I forget to take my medicine and it's midnight, I can still go to bed after I take my medicine and go to sleep. It doesn't have to kick in anymore, which is interesting because I'm just like talking about it. I'm just realizing that it's not, I don't, I don't have to take the medicine to go to bed, which I
Perfect.
used to do.
Exactly. So you're more rested, you have
Oh,
more
yes.
energy throughout the day. You're able to relax when you want to, when you need
Yeah,
to.
right.
And I remember after the first session, which you thought you were healed, you're like, I don't even need any more sessions, I'm healed.
It
You were
felt
like
so good.
98% better. You had mentioned that you were able to sit through a holiday dinner and just relax and enjoy it with your family.
Yes, yes, absolutely. If
So
I
just
didn't,
so
it
much
was
healing.
timing. Right, it was timing. I'd have to take the medicine at a certain time to have a certain relief by a certain time. And so, like at your class, when I didn't take my medicine on time,
Mm.
I was miserable.
And now you have so much more freedom, right?
Oh,
It's freedom to relax when you want to, freedom to take that longer drive, freedom, and I think the restfulness, the freedom, the it's restfulness, right? It's the almost the opposite of the restlessness, right? Is more
exactly.
rested, more energy, the ability to relax. Is there, and then there was just this wonderful healing I feel around your ancestry, some clearing that you were carrying of connections with family members and ancestors, that was part of the relief that you're receiving now, was just some clearing and cutting of the cords of the connection with your ancestors.
Yeah. And especially my father, he suffered from this before we had medicine. And my heart goes out to him. He's been gone 30 some odd years now. But I almost felt like it was him, hit my connection to him through the restless legs, and we we broke that cord, and I'm never going to forget him. I don't need to suffer from restless legs to remember him. So
Oh,
um yeah, yeah, we
I
were very
mean,
close.
that's Bridget, thank you for sharing that. It just makes me so happy that and we had further conversations and communications about new ways that you are connecting and remembering your dad and bringing in his energy that doesn't have to be from this kind of from this condition and from that genetic condition. So it's just so much more love and joy and laughter came into your life as well when you released the old connection, right? And created some new ones. And I
Yeah,
just really love that. So I know that we could talk all day about this
yes,
because
we could.
clearly that this, is it's been such a gift. And really we got amazing results in reducing the frequency of the flare up. We're going to call it flare ups. The frequency of the flare ups, the duration of the flare up, even though you did have one, it wasn't as long, it wasn't, and then the
Not as
intensity.
tense. Oh
So
yeah,
all of those were reduced in just several angel healing sessions. And so you can just see the power of this medicine, the power of this work of the relax, release, receive process that comes from my book, and also the medicine of IET and angel Reiki. So I thank you so much. This was such a wonderful conversation. I'm glad we were able, we thought, because we did this work together and it was so profound and she had so many healing effects, we thought that just a video talk about it, an interview, a conversation would be more powerful than just a paragraph written on a piece of paper on my website. So I want to thank you for your courage, your vulnerability, and your willingness. I mean, your willingness to trust me, but also me and the angels and your own angels, and to really create some long lasting relief that I hope continues to unfold, not only from this conversation, but just from everyone else you're going to help by
yes.
sharing this. So thank you. Is there anything else you want to say?
I just I love you and your energy and what you do, and I I knew you were great at what you did, but this is kind of, I guess I didn't need proof, but having proof and it happening so quickly, um is just amazing. And I highly recommend Jill to anybody who has issues in the tissues. Um, Her light shines bright, and I think we need more people like her in this world. And I could talk more about you, but I guess that's all.
More people like us.
Us. Okay, I'll include myself in that.
Mwah. Thank you so much,
Namaste.
Bridget. This was such a great conversation. I again appreciate your vulnerability, your honesty, your courage, your willingness to let the angels do the work, to let the angels help you. And yeah, I invite you to a breakthrough conversation, starting to call it the Angelic Pain Relief Consult. And in that consult, I will help you understand the fuel, the intention, the energy that you need to heal that pain. I'm going to share what your angels are saying about the pain, which is a big part of what creates that clearing and transformation and relief. And then in that free 1 hour consult, I'll also pull an archangel for you that will support you in, continuing the healing. And if we're a good fit and we're meant to coach together, if you want to hire me as your coach, I'll share the details of my coaching programs with you. I have a 3 month coaching program, a 6 month coaching program, and then what Bridget was a part of was actually an angel healing package. So there's lots of opportunities to get relief from the pain, relief from the issues in the tissues. And I would love to have that conversation with you. So everything's on my website, jillkempnerhealing.com, and on that free conversation tab. I'd love to connect with you in that way. So again, Bridget, you're amazing. Thank you so much for trusting me and the angels, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everything you've done for me and being a friend.
You're so welcome. Namaste.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye.